He asked me a question about timing in the market. I must say for the last 15 years I have never invested. So probably I am the best person to talk to you about timing because I learned very early that you can't time the market right. One of the biggest investment decisions that I personally took in my life was in December 1999. I decided to sell most of my shares in Wipro at what I thought was a very fancy price of 5,500 rupees. Within 45 days, I saw the stock price touch 10,500. I almost had tears in my eyes. 10 days later, I saw the stock price at around 3,000. I suddenly looked like a genius for having sold it at 5,500. When I look back and having introspected about it over the last 15 years or so, I can take three things away from it. First, you have to look at optimizing and not maximizing. So the key is to know what is it that you want. Set a target, it's an absolute target. The minute you get there, exit, don't worry about what happens. Next, that to me was a critical element, and happy that I did it at that time, and 18 years later I'm not regretting. Second is, don't ever compare. The biggest problem, not just in investing but in life, is when you start comparing. People have different sensitivity to losses. For some people, even small loss hurts more than even the biggest gains. For some other people, they are insensitive to loss, and for them, they are triggered by, they are passionate about gains. So set your own risk appetite and live within that risk appetite. So the minute you start comparing, you're always going to have sorrow, so don't compare. The third element I would say is, investment always serves a purpose. Investment is not an end in itself. As long as you have a life goal to which the investment is linked and you are achieving that, it shouldn't matter to you what happens to the market. So my simple advice, or what I've learned is, don't worry about timing. If you have money, you have to invest it somewhere, please invest it. When you have got the return that you are targeted for, pull out. And if the market is going against you, and you can afford to take the loss, take it. And if you can't afford to take the loss, irrespective of what has happened, pull out and be happy with what you have. This has been my limited experience. After 15 years, I have entrusted whatever little I had to Anil and told him the day we run out of money, he has to give me for this. Thanks, everybody.